intervention that was too. Hazard, Diego Costa, and we've got a goal!
Boldly proclaiming that the pitch is ours, the team behind Pro Evolution Soccer 2015 takes direct aim at FIFA 15's gameplay. Yet it can also be argued that the phrase implies other parts of the game aren't quite up to the level of its competition. A 4-star restaurant wouldn't say the entree is ours, as it would suggest the rest of the menu, from the hors d'oeuvres to the desserts, was bland. So the key questions of PES 2015 are as follows. 1. Just how tasty is the on-pitch gameplay? And 2. Just how flavorless is the rest of the game?
Puts it away. He has finally delivered.
Fortunately for the development team, the gameplay lives up to its boastful billing. While not perfect, the on-field action mirrors the ebb and flow of real-life matches. Individual athletes have weight, proper positioning matters, and the controls are diverse and responsive, making you feel like you're an integral part of the game. The default layout has you dribbling the ball on the left analog stick and aiming with the right stick. The face buttons on offense initiate 3 pass types: lofted, low, and through passes. While on defense, the buttons activate standing or sliding tackles and order your teammates to pressure the ball carrier.
It's in!
The key to your enjoyment of the game is mastery of the advanced moves, which utilize the shoulder buttons as modifiers. You'll create space with fly-through passes, fire off 1-2s, perform humiliating nutmegs, and much more. Shots once again rely on a horizontal power meter, which moves quickly and requires a keen sense of timing to avoid sending the ball wide into the stands. Finesse players will be able to perform a controlled shot that sacrifices power for accuracy, allowing them to bend it like Beckham or curl it like Cristiano.
Well intercepted, saw the danger and got to it.
Goalkeepers are vastly improved from previous installments. No longer are they the equivalent of ping-pong paddles, offering up more deflections than a political candidate. They will make the saves they should, yet aren't superhuman stoppers either, playing true to their real-life counterparts. The computer AI also does a good job of changing its tactics throughout the match, but there's a noticeable lack of fouls being called per game, as if the referees are on vacation, which takes away a big part of the game's simulation appeal. While modes such as the Master League, where you gradually build up a club to be a powerhouse, and Become a Legend, where you control a single athlete over the course of his career, are back, the clear emphasis on this year's installment is the My Club mode. The My Club mode is a clear attempt at incorporating the extremely popular and lucrative Ultimate Team mode in the FIFA series into PES. This edition isn't just a standalone mode either, as there's now an in-game currency system tied to everything you do in PES 2015, from making certain moves on the pitch, to earning a gold medal in a skills challenge, to simply playing in an online match. There are 2 types of currency in PES 2015, GP and gold coins. After choosing a club from a pool of 19 leagues and selecting a manager, you'll either use GP or coins in My Club to purchase agents and to sign your players to a 10-game loan or a permanent contract.
Not this time.
The more expensive the agent, the better the player you'll unlock, but the interesting part is that it's completely random. Instead of targeting a specific athlete, you'll instead focus on a position and add 1 or more agents to increase the likelihood of unlocking a star player. The acquisition process is structured like a slot machine, as you'll tap a button to stop a spinning ring of soccer balls to see who your agent managed to procure. The thrill or disappointment of who you'll get makes this mode rather addictive, and there are several wrinkles in place to differentiate this mode for those burned out by FIFA's Ultimate Team, such as finding athletes to fit your manager's style of play in order to enhance your squad's chemistry or team spirit. And since player acquisition in this mode is random, it all but guarantees that the teams you'll face won't be filled with identical rosters.
Jumps for the header, and it's a really well-taken goal.
The drawback to incorporating a game-wide currency system and a promised schedule of weekly roster changes is that PES 2015 seems to be constantly looking for online updates, to the point where you'll notice establishing communications constantly blinking in the bottom left corner of the screen, which means you'll frequently have to wait a few seconds before moving on to the next activity. Fortunately, online matches are generally smooth and incorporate a new player matching system that heavily penalizes those disconnecting D-bags that waste your time and patience. The 2 most glaring weaknesses to Pro Evolution Soccer 2015 are its presentation and lack of licenses when compared to FIFA 15. The diverse and realistic-looking animations are easily the best part of the game's presentation, yet there are times when you'll notice oddities like the ball passing completely through legs. Some player models are decent, while others look like they've injected multiple rounds of Botox into their faces.
2 goals to the good, and they're set fair.
Yet the worst aspect of the presentation is the lack of anything remotely resembling a modern television broadcast. You won't see any pop-up player cards or overlays to highlight certain stats or in-game milestones. Menu screens seem to have been created by someone whose previous experience in graphic design was making flowcharts, with large white rectangles containing small black text, a routine sight. And while the PES series has always played second fiddle to FIFA when it comes to licensed clubs, previous installments at least offered a robust editor and ability to share files with other online users. The PS4 version no longer supports shared data with other owners.
And he concedes a free kick. The referee's thought momentarily, but it's red.
So, PES 2015 isn't quite the FIFA killer that many had hoped for, as there are many things that the current iteration of EA's footy series does better. Yet the gap has narrowed significantly with PES 2015, and the hardest part of any sports game, the gameplay and feel of the sport, has never been better than with this year's installment. That alone makes PES 2015 worth a look for those disappointed with FIFA 15's on-field action. If the development team focuses on smoothing out the rough spots for next year's version, the pitch is ours could easily become pitch perfect.
He hits it, and he makes absolutely no mistake.